Hi, I'm Rick Conlow. I'm really glad you're here. We're going to talk about the greatest success secret of all time. Now, I want to jump right into it and just get into the detail and see if I can motivate you right away. Are you ready? Let's do it. Let's give it a shot. Here's this one. Challenges. I expected times like this, but I never thought they'd be so bad, so long, so frequent. Are you motivated now? How about this one? Defeat. For every winner, there are dozens of losers. Odds are you are one of them. Are you fired up on that one? How about this one? Blame. The secret to success is who to blame for your failures. Does that motivate you? Hey, stick with me now. I'm going somewhere with this, all right? So hang in there as I go through these. Consistency. It's only a virtue if you're not a screw-up. Is that a motivator? How about this one? Agony. Not all pain is gain. Or this one here, adversity. That which does not kill me only postpones the inevitable. And this one, ambition. The journey of 1,000 miles sometimes ends up very, very badly. Are you motivated now? I'm sure you're not. I'm sure you thought, what is this guy doing with this information here? Here's the thing. Sometimes in our journey for success, it doesn't work out the way we want to. Things go bad. You hear what I'm saying? It doesn't work out. We fail. We make mistakes. We get disappointed. We get frustrated. Isn't that true? And so then we say, I'm not a success. In fact, if you look at this slide here that I have up, sometimes we get mixed emotions. We've got the failure, the fear, the doubt, the frustration, the worry, the unbelief, the disappointment. And just mentally, we're going, what's going on here? But at the same time, we're trying to be successful and trying to focus on happy things and hope and faith and expectation and belief and confidence and excitement. You know, life is often a mixture of these emotions. Wouldn't you agree? The good with the bad. But what I want to share with you, how we break through that. That's the success secret. That's most important to what we do. And I want to tell you, there is light at the end of the tunnel. So stick with me a little bit more as I share this with you. And it begins with what our potential is. And then I'll sum it up with that secret. See, there was this guy named Jerry Dunn. He's called the Marathon Man. And he epitomizes the physical potential that you have to be a success in this world, to accomplish your dreams. Jerry Dunn was in the Guinness Book of World Records for running 60 marathons. And so he said, I'm going to run 200. That's like 2 every 3 days. And he did it. He ran 200 marathons in 1 year. Now, I remember being in a meeting sharing this story about him, and one person raised his hand in the front and said, Rick, I've run a marathon. And I said, great. How many have you run? He says, 1, and 1 is enough. This guy did 200. And I like his answers to the questions when he was interviewed by the media. First of all, they asked, Jerry, why did you do this? And he said, because I can. And then they asked him, then he added this next thing. He said, I did it also because I didn't want anybody to break my record. And see, inside each person is a desire to excel. That's what human progress is all about. We all have it. Except sometimes the problems in the world beat it down. And quite frankly, the world will beat us down in a heartbeat and hold us there if we're unwilling to get back up. But what we need to remember, regardless of the punches we take in life, we've got tremendous physical potential that we can go above and beyond just when we think we can't. And I don't know about you. I've had some days that seem like marathons. Do you know what I'm talking about? I've had some weeks, let alone maybe a few months, that just wear on you. But the potential is there. That's the first potential we have. We have 2 more that helps us get through. Second one is our intellectual potential. And I'll use the example of the human genome. Now, I don't know if you know much about this, but the human genome was a study done by public and private enterprises to be able to map all the genes in the human body. The pathway of life, if you will, or the roadmap to life. And it's been accomplished. And now medical science is changing dramatically because, you know, medicine mainly is reactive. You are ill or have an ache, you take a pill or get a shot. what we're able to do here now is doing, and you hear about it in the papers as they're doing experiments with animals, cloning animals and those kinds of things, that we can change the genes and change what happens to people. So we're more proactive. So, you can debate this, whether it's ethical or not. That debate is going on today. But here's the thing. This is complex research that was done, complex medicine that I've read about some of it, and it's hard to even understand it. But who did it? People. Human genome scientists that created the software and the hardware and the resources and the study and the experiments to be able to make this happen. People. Now, I'm not suggesting that you become a human genome scientist, but what I am suggesting is don't sell yourself short on what you're capable to do. Our brain is an incredible mechanism. And if we keep learning, we can use that to help us accomplish almost anything we desire. So we have the physical potential. We have the intellectual potential. We also have the, I guess I call it the human spirit potential. And I believe that's epitomized by Cliff Meadle. See, Cliff Meadle was a plumber's apprentice. And he was jackhammering a hole to get to a water pipe. And he accidentally put his jackhammer through 3 high voltage cables. He instantly received 30,000 volts of electricity, and that's like 5 times more than they give people on the electric chair. Put a hole in his back, blew him out of the hole, shattered his knees, blew off half his toes, and he died. Paramedics brought him back to life. He died. He died 3 times. They brought him back to life, and hours later he wakes up in a hospital bed. And the doctor and his family's at his side. And the doctor said, "Cliff, son, I have good news, bad news. The good news is you survived this horrible tragedy. The bad news is you'll never walk again. I don't know about you. That's a hard shot in life. I've never experienced anything that traumatic." And if you could imagine the impact on him and his family in an instant that happened. Well, if you could imagine, it also took a while for him to begin to recuperate. And he went through some therapy, and it wasn't going so well. A friend gave him an article about Greg Barton, who had club feet. And Greg Barton became an Olympic champion in kayaking. Cliff thought that, hey, I can't walk, maybe I can learn to kayak. So he redoubled his efforts, and he got into it. And lo and behold, he proved the doctors wrong. He ever so shakily started learning how to walk. And then he started kayaking, and he got good at it, and entered a few races, and won some, and got really good at it, entered some more, and then as you maybe can see from this picture, he made the United States Olympic team in kayaking. And here he is, carrying the American flag as the United States Olympic team walked into Sydney Stadium on opening night of those Olympiads. 602 members of the team voted him the flag bearer. Now, Cliff did not win a medal. But I think you'd agree with me that he was a champion. See, he turned a tragedy into a triumph because of that human spirit. And you have that same kind of spirit. You have the physical potential, you have the intellectual potential, and you have the human spirit potential. See, success is a state of being, not a destination or a journey. We've been told wrong. See, we've been told that success is the destination. Success is the journey. See, the journey always doesn't go the way we want it to go. But if we remember who we are and what we're capable of, as these 3 stories illustrate, we can accomplish almost anything. Success is up here and in the heart. It's not about the stuff out here. See, success is a choice, not an accomplishment. Success is who you are. See, I believe all of us, when we were born, God whispered in our ear and said, "I love you, and you're made in the image of greatness." But we've forgotten that potential we've been blessed with. That's who you are. That's the greatest success secret of all time. That's what brings you to victory. I have this dream that soars on golden wings. I visualize your achievements and your legacy that sings. I do not know all about your awesome goals or your persistent efforts to raise the bar. I only know that you can be the best, a superstar. Thanks for coming.